Hello friends, my name is Brian Muchiri and welcome to my channel. Karibu sana if this is your first time being here, and welcome back if you've been here before and you've elected to come back. Thank you so much for being here. Your presence and your support always means so much to me. I want to apologize before we even begin because my voice is a bit hoarse. I have been dealing with a very terrible flu the last couple of days, but right now we are at the end of it healing, so I'm very happy, but I just hope you can bear with me for now because my voice won't be as you are used to. But other than that, karibu sana, which means welcome. I just realized that some people maybe are not Kiswahili speakers, so they don't understand what karibu sana means. It means welcome. I'm super excited because we have reached our 10,000 subscriber milestone. And how awesome is that? I just wanted to come here and just say a big thank you to you guys. When I started this YouTube journey, this point was something that I was shooting for, and I was hoping in my mind as I was doing my calculations, I was thinking that I was going to be giving myself till the end of the year for me to get to the 10,000 mark. And we have done it in maybe 3.5 months. So that is super amazing. And I feel super blessed to have you guys with me and for your support and for your engagement, sharing my content, liking it, and just recommending it to your friends. That means so much to me, and God bless you. I was thinking how best to celebrate this wonderful milestone. And in my mind, I thought, how better than to do a Q&A? Because I've never really done one before, especially here on YouTube. And I felt like a good way to appreciate you guys is to tell you more about who I am and what makes me tick and what I like, what I engage with when the cameras are off. Basically, the type of person I am when the cameras are not rolling. That is the goal for today, for me to get closer to you guys because you've been so amazing. I asked my Facebook people to share questions with me, and I also had questions of my own. So there are a lot of questions, so I hope I can be able to go through them before the end of the video because I don't want to make it too long. I know you guys have very busy lives doing more important things. So I'm going to try and handle each question as fast as I can. I'm using my brother's phone as my reading pad, but I also have some questions that I've written on a book here. So I'm going to start. Number 1, what inspired you to start your YouTube channel? As I have said countless times, and I think I said it in the live, I had this YouTube channel since 2020. It was always something that I thought I should do, but the thing that was making me not do it is because I had this fear of doing what I am doing right now, which is sitting in front of camera and talking to a camera. I've always told myself that I'm not that eloquent when it comes to speaking in front of camera, and I also find myself rushing to get the words out, and in that rush to get the words out, I find myself just mixing up and my tongue ends up getting tied somewhere there, and I'm not able to deliver the message that I want, which makes me feel so low sometimes. So I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, but this year I just made the resolve to do it and not think a lot about it. The reason why I wanted to do it is to just raise awareness about people who have spinal cord injuries or people who have disabilities in general, just to shine a light on our lives and talk about our struggles and our milestones, and hopefully that is going to educate someone out there. So that the long and short form of the why is that. Number 2, what's been the most rewarding part of your YouTube journey so far? So the most rewarding part is the growth, the fact that I came from, I think when I started this YouTube, I came back to this YouTube channel, I had around 400 subscribers, and the fact that we have grown in number and in engagement, and the videos are now hitting good views. Well, some of the videos in the recent have not been doing well, but they are picking up slowly, and I appreciate the growth, and I know that is a process, which I appreciate as well. So that has been the most rewarding part of this whole journey, just being here to see the growth and to see new people on the comment section every week, because I post twice a week. So every Wednesday or every Sunday, seeing a new person saying that they have just stumbled upon my video on their recommendation list, that always makes my day. Number 3, how do you come up with ideas for your videos? This was I thought this was going to be a challenge, but oftentimes what I do to reduce pressure on myself is I like to record videos in bulk. So when there's something interesting happening at home, or whether there's something interesting I think I'm going to do, I record those videos in bulk, and then I edit them, and then I keep them in my phone, and then I'm going to be posting them when the time comes. So that what that does is that it reduces pressure for me I don't like to wait until the day of posting so that I can record a video. I feel like that pressure would get to me eventually. So I just like to bulk record. I don't know, I'm not sure if that has answered the question, but my video ideas just come from around me, just feeling like this is something that my people would want to see. And again, because the channel is still in the formative few days, I still don't know what you guys like or what kind of content you enjoy most. So right now it's just mix and matching, hoping that something is going to stick on the wall. And hopefully you have not gotten too bored of the channel so far. Number 4, what's something your subscribers might be surprised to learn about you? So something surprising is that when I decided to get back to YouTube, that was an instant decision. I thought about it the night before, and the following day I just went down on it. I didn't want to overthink it. I didn't want to overplan. I just thought, what do I have? I have a phone and I have my ideas. That is all I need to get back on this channel. So that, I guess, I don't know if it's interesting, but I'd made the decision the previous night, and yeah, the rest is history, and I've been blessed to keep consistent in the last couple of months. What challenges have you faced as a content creator, and how have you overcome them? I think the thing that I was worried about when I began was the fact that how was I going to record my videos independently, because my hands, some of you know my hands are not the most they're not the most practical part of the body. So I'm not able to grip things. So I was wondering, will I always need someone around to hold my phone for me so that I can record content and record videos for you guys? So I guess that was the thing that was worrying me the most, because I didn't want to have to depend on someone that much. I knew I could edit, because I could simply just look at a tutorial on YouTube, but the recording part was the hardest. But I was able to overcome that through just accepting that, of course, there are some things that I'm not going to be able to do for myself and by myself. So from time to time, I ask help from my family, my brothers, my mom, my dad, even my girlfriend when she's around. So they just hold the phone for me and they record. And most times, the video comes out well, the way I have envisioned it. The other thing is internet. Before I sorted out my internet was really giving me headaches. It would take like almost a full day to upload a video. And phone space, I think as a content creator, the worst thing you can ever go through is a phone that keeps on filling up. Like even now, I just hope as I'm recording this, I won't get that notification that my phone is full. Tai, please weka volume chini. So the next question is, how do you stay motivated and consistent with your content? I'm just really enjoying it right now. It comes easy to me. I am able to just think of things that maybe you guys, I think currently that is the biggest question in my mind. Like, what do you guys enjoy watching? I still haven't got that idea. What because it is in two parts, something you enjoy watching and something that I can continue to do consistently, because you might enjoy watching maybe morning routine videos, but you can only do so many morning routine videos. So that is a question that is, if I had a poll, maybe I would ask you guys, maybe in the comment section, maybe, I don't know, I don't think you have a big pool of videos to refer from, but probably you can let me know from the videos that I've already done, what have you liked so far? And that is going to help me in the future to create content for you guys. If you could collaborate with any YouTuber, who would it be and why? Wow. So of course, I have mentioned this before, that Kino Eve, who is cycling from France to South Africa, is a big inspiration, and one of the few reasons why I decided to come back on YouTube. So I would want to collaborate with him again, because I appeared in his video briefly when he was passing through Nakuru. Someone else I enjoy watching, and someone I draw a lot of inspiration from, is Frankie Just Jim It. I like how he does his vlogs and how he looks calm and collected when he's speaking on camera, and he doesn't have that YouTube energy that, hey guys, because that is something I know that I am not capable of. So seeing someone who is able to do it so calmly and is able to build a channel and community from that, I think that really eased my mind, and maybe that is why I gravitated towards his content. So I do watch a lot of his lifestyle vlogs, so I'd maybe want to collaborate, even more so now that I've gone to the gym and we have that thing in common. So yeah, that is someone I would want to collaborate with. Someone else I would want to collaborate with is a guy called Jerry Rig Everything. I don't know if you have come across his channel on YouTube. He basically does everything DIY. He says life is a DIY project, do it yourself. So he has a wife who is also on a wheelchair, and they are located in the US, but they do so many philanthropic works here in Kenya. They have built 2 libraries, and they are working on an assistive device that is called Not a Wheelchair, that helps people like me venture into the outdoors. So I think that is so awesome of them. And if I would want to do a collab with anyone, that would be with them. I don't know who is your favorite YouTuber. And I also like to watch Charles Odongo, aka Ugaliman. I never miss his vlogs. He's the one guy who amazes me with his consistency, because he posts a video every day of himself cooking, sometimes even twice a day. I just think that is amazing. If you have been here from the start, you know of Joyce Helena. She helped me get to the first 1,000 mark, and that was amazing. I still watch her content, and hopefully, because we are just neighbors, in the future we can collaborate. What's a memorable comment or message you have received from a subscriber? I think that would probably be the first comment I got when I started uploading again. It is from a friend of mine called Ndugu, a friend of mine who I hold in high regard. I was in his wedding last year, and I think that one comment just telling me congratulations for posting, keep on posting, keep on telling your stories, keep on sharing. I think that is the encouragement I needed at that time. You know, there was a lot of apprehension and doubts when I was beginning. I was thinking, who is even going to be interested in my story, or who is going to take the time out of their day to check out what I've posted today? So I think that comment of him just encouraging me and acknowledging my work was really heartwarming, and I always remind him. I talked to him the other day, and I reminded him that he was the first one to comment, and I don't think I got another comment there. Maybe from Kino, I don't know, but I remember that comment very vividly. But not to say that all your other comments don't mean anything to me, because I always appreciate and I try to reply to as many as I can, because sometimes, especially from past videos, it's hard to keep up with the comments, but I always do my best. What do you hope your subscribers to take away from your videos? I just hope that you guys who are watching see that I really enjoy creating content for you guys, and I'm trying to be as authentic as possible and as truthful as possible, because that is something that we often take for granted. I don't want to come here and present myself as someone I am not. So I'm trying to give you the real version of who I am, or something close to, because something always changes when you turn on the camera, because I don't speak English at home. So that is one aspect of who I am that maybe is altered when I start recording these videos. But basically, I just want you to see and feel, to see me, feel connected, and just learn something from my journey, because I admit that it is a unique journey, and not many people have been able to document their journeys in this way. So I hope that you receive this content with as much passion as I give it to you. So yeah, that is all I can say. Now we are going to go to the questions from Facebook, and I wrote them down. I hope I'm going to get the names correctly. So the first one comes from Kanjeri Jr., and she asks, what support system needs to be implemented in Kenya for people living with disabilities? I think the most important support system is education and empowerment within the community. I feel like most of us who have disabilities in Kenya could be so far and could do so much more if we were in spaces where we were educated and empowered to just see beyond who we are at that point, and being encouraged that there is so much more to live for. Because I have met people, even here in Kenya, who have gone through the ST systems, like who have gone through good physiotherapy, who have been connected to good wheelchairs, who have had all the medication they require, who have applied for the grants and they have got this and this and this assistive device, who have been able to go back to school, just that education and awareness that your life doesn't have to come to a stop just because you have a disability. If there was someone who told me when, for instance, if there was someone who told me when I got newly injured, they told me the importance of physiotherapy, and maybe I was taught how to do more things for myself independently, then I wouldn't be playing catch up right now, 10 years later. I think it could have been so beneficial for me to learn and understand the value of these things, but at the time, maybe there wasn't anyone to hold my hand and tell me that this is important. That is why I'm so inspired by the people who have come after me, like my friend Kesho and my friend Mark, who have really dedicated themselves to better their bodies and better their independence, gain more strength through physiotherapy and working out. They are truly inspirational to me, and that is one of the reasons why I went back to physio and working out, because you can achieve so much more when you apply yourself, which is better than just spending your time, which I know I'm saying, knowing that care situations are going to be very different for different people, but I'm saying if those systems were put in place so that you come from hospital and you're told the importance of physio, going back to school, and then now the issue of accessibility and all that is going to come back later. It's going to come later when you have sorted things within your mental and you are at peace and comfortable within your skin. I don't know if that has answered the question. I feel like I have rambled on, but that is my 2 cents. Those are my 2 cents. Nancy asks, are you born again? Do you believe in Jesus Christ as your personal savior? Do you believe in the Holy Spirit? I remember this question was quite long, and there was another question from someone else who asked the same thing. So, short answer is I do believe in God. I'm a spiritual person. I do believe and acknowledge that we live in a world where there is a higher being who created us and who has a set destiny for all of us. But if you're asking me if I am born again and if I go to church every Sunday and if I involve myself in the church every day, no, I'm not invested in the gospel in that way. I'm just I just believe, and I have my own beliefs, my conviction, and that is what I stick by. So currently I'm not attending any church, and that is by choice, because don't feel like I have tried to skip from one church to another, trying to find something or trying to seek something that I have not yet found. I respect anyone else who have their own beliefs, and yeah. So Jane Joffrey asks, what is your profession? What goal do you have in life? How many kids do you plan to have? What is your hobby? So those are very many loaded questions. What is your profession? I am a disability advocate, and I am also a writer, and I'm also a few years ago, I was a prolific interviewer. When I was working for the Potentash blog, I used to carry out a lot of their interviews, and I feel like that is something that I really enjoy doing. I don't know if I still have it even right now. I don't know if I can still sit with someone and ask them meaningful questions, but that is something that I really enjoy interviewing. So my work is to collaborate with people who are, especially within the disability realm, to just forward the conversation and forward the mission of accessibility, empowerment, and inclusion within the disability community. So that is basically my profession. What goal do you have in life? My goal in life is just to fulfill the wishes of my Creator for putting me here. I think one of my biggest fears is my time will come to go and I have not yet achieved what I was put on this earth to achieve, because I do believe that everybody is born with a seed within them, and it is upon us to try to sow that seed and to cultivate the plant so that when it comes time for harvesting, you're going to have like the most sweetest fruit or crop or whatever it is that is going to be harvested. So that is my goal, and whether that is in because I have been lucky that I have gotten a space here online to share my life, to share my thoughts, especially within the disability world. I'm very happy doing that, and I feel like that is very close to my passion and maybe very close to my destiny, which is to just educate and just uplift the community. How many kids do you plan to have? However many God will want to give us, because these are the things that you can't really plan for. There is that famous saying that when man makes plans, God laughs. So there is a number in my mind, but I don't want to preempt anything. I just would like to say I believe a lot in things going the way that they are supposed to go, and however many God plans to or chooses to give us, that is going to be good with me. What is your hobby? I am the kind of person who changes from time to time. There was a time when I really enjoyed attending concerts, and maybe I still do. Maybe it's the fact that I have been out of touch for a while, but that is something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy listening to music. Sometimes when I'm in the right mood, I will read a book and enjoy it. I enjoy writing a lot, whether it's personal or to post later. I really enjoy putting my thoughts on paper. Well, not on paper, because I'm not writing with a pen. I like I'm typing on my phone, but I still enjoy the process of writing and what it gives back to me, which is, it makes me feel very at ease, and like I have expressed something that needed to be expressed. So Tesh asks, did you get a brain injury? What are the greatest challenges of living with a disability in Kenya? Luckily, I didn't get a brain injury. Oh, no. Luckily, I didn't get a brain injury, and I'm very fortunate because of that. Because I have friends who are involved in similar accidents, and they sustained brain injuries. And the sad thing about a brain injury is that the most important faculty of a human being, which is your mind, is altered, and it's broken, and it's messed with, and you can, in some ways, in very many ways, you are not able to go back to the person who you were, because people can get over, or at least people can try to get over the physical part, but the other part of not being able to communicate or to reason with someone, I mean, you're still going to see that person and see them, but there's an essence of who they are that is not going to be there anymore. So I'm very lucky that I didn't get a brain injury. And what are the greatest challenges living with disability in Kenya? I don't think we have time to go through all of them, because there are so many, numerous challenges, from unemployment, from discrimination, from even the community. And there is a lot of ableism hidden in a lot of ableism that is dressed in encouragement. What I mean by that is that someone will come to you and they will say that they want to encourage you, but what they are really doing is they are expressing their ableism on you, which is very discriminatory, and it always puts me down when someone comes to me and they perceive me as, just because I have a disability, I'm not able to come up with my own thoughts, make my own decisions, or stereotyping me because I am on a wheelchair. You know, those things, inaccessibility, being denied of services just because you have a disability. There's so many that I can talk of and think of, but yeah, we need to do so much more. So June asks, what is wrong with my hands? I remember this comment because she said, I asked you before and you didn't reply. There's times where, especially this year, God has been so good, because my channels have been really growing in size, from Facebook to TikTok. And when you have a lot of people coming to your page and getting a lot of eyes on you, you tend to get a lot of comments as well. And it is so hard to keep tabs on each comment and reply to every person. So I might try my best, but realistically, I'm not going to be able to reply to everybody. So I hope you don't take it the wrong way. It's just that sometimes it can get overwhelming, even the DMs sometimes. So what is wrong with my hands is that they were affected once when I got the spinal cord injury. My level is C5, C7, and what that essentially means is that I was affected up to the armpits. Actually, just above the armpits, because my last two fingers, this pinky finger, and this other finger, I don't know, it's not focusing. Yeah, it's not focusing. So my last two fingers, I have no sensation. So that tells you the extent of my injury and the extent of the loss of sensation that I have. So that being said, I'm also not able to flex my fingers because they are in just one position. So I can't point, I can't grip with my fingers, So that is why and I've also experienced a lot of muscle atrophy. So you might see my hands are a bit thinner than the usual hands you might see on yourself or the people around. That is because I suffered a condition called muscle atrophy, which degenerates the muscles, the muscle tones of your body. Isabella asked, do you feel lonely sometimes? Yes, of course. Just like everybody else, I do go through my moments, the ups and downs. And I do indeed find myself getting lonely, but I'm so happy that in the last few years, life has gotten better for me, and I'm able to have people around me who I care for and who care for me just as much. And that makes it easier because the lows don't feel so low anymore as they used to. I also feel like once you give yourself to someone, and in terms of being vulnerable with them and sharing that these are my fears and these are the things that I struggle with, I think it's going to create a bond with them that is going to make it easier for you to go to them when you need something like emotional support or just a shoulder to lean on, you know. Yeah, so I do get lonely, but I'm lucky that I have people around me who always lift my spirits up. And Ajim Kangema is asking, where did you get your lifting machine? And by this, I think she's referring to the Hoyer lift, the automatic Hoyer lift. First of all, I want to shout out, I think now I can say her name. I hope she's not going to mind. Regina, wherever you are, I hope you don't mind me saying your name. So Regina, we connected through YouTube, and Regina saw how much we were going through, the things we were going through when we were transferring with my dad. And she was very touched by that, and she decided to make it possible for me to access that Hoyer lift. And here in Kenya, I didn't actually know where they were being sold, but it has been surprising to me to realize that so many people are selling these assistive devices. It is just that we don't know where to get them. So I went through a couple of people and ended up with a company called Kindred, and they have not paid me to advertise for them. I'm just saying this because you asked. Kindred International, you can Google them on Google and find them and contact them in Nairobi, if you're in Kenya, and they are going to tell you all about the price and how it's going to get to you. So yeah, and I think you can also get other things from them as well, like wheelchairs, cushions, and all the shebang that you need to, all the assistive devices that you need. Shiro is asking, did you go to school at Udaya Boys? Yes. I went to Udaya Boys between 2008 to 2011, and the first 2 years for me were really tough, but towards the end I caught the rhythm, and life for me wasn't as miserable as the first 2 years, which really affected me emotionally and academically, because I was never able to catch up. You remember when in 2008, we were just coming from the 2007 election violence. So it was a very tense period. And once we were admitted at Udaya Boys, which is revered as one of the cleanest schools in the country, we had a very tough and disciplinarian sort of system, which didn't take kind to any kind of mistake or anything. So there was a lot of fear and a culture shock for me, because the school was being run like a military camp, and that really affected me. But towards the end, I was able to just go with the waves, sail with the waves, and accept it and enjoy my time there. I came out with friends who we are still buddies up to this time, people that I hold very dearly, and I really enjoyed my time there. I was prefect of the Form 1s, so when the Form 1s would come to school, they would be assigned to me, and I would take care of them so that they weren't going to be exposed to any kind of bullying. But there wasn't bullying in our school, yeah. and we used to wear this very conspicuous brown uniform, light brown pants, like khaki color, khaki sort of color, a striped shirt, brown and white, a dark brown blazer. It was very dull, but we liked it. A lot of people asked me if I have a girlfriend, and the answer to this is yes, of course. I am guessing these people have not been checking out my YouTube, because that is something that I keep on repeating. Oh, this is my girlfriend, this is my lovely girlfriend. What I've done is that maybe in my other social media platforms, I've not been very vocal about my relationship, but since we are here on YouTube and I want to give you a closer or more intimate look into my daily life, I felt like it was a part of me that made sense to talk about. But yes, I do have a very beautiful girlfriend, and I'm very happy. At this time in my life, I'm very happy and lucky to be with her, and she's someone that I hope to be with in a very long time. So the last question comes from Grace, and she asks me, what inspires your content? I don't know if I've answered this question before, but what inspires my content is just, for instance, I can summarize that question with an encounter I had today. Someone texted me on Instagram, and she told me that they have been following me. The whole family has been following me on TikTok and on Facebook, and she told me, you need to know that you are someone's inspiration and motivation. And normally I don't like being tagged as an inspirational figure, but the way she explained it was that her younger brother, who is 14 years old right now, was hit by a car somewhere, and he broke his spine, similar to mine, but his injury is much higher than mine, because mine is C5 level and that young man's is C3, which means he can't even lift his arms like that. So he only has use of his maybe neck and head. That just struck a chord in my heart and almost made me tear up, because he told me my brother has been really struggling to come to terms with his accident and his new body and his new experiences. But seeing someone like you, who he can see himself in, attempting to live a normal life and enjoying his life, makes him feel like life isn't, the future isn't that dark and isn't that bleak. And I don't know, that summarizes why I enjoy doing content. The fact that I'm able to educate, the fact that I'm able to reach my fellow brothers and sisters with disabilities and just let them know that I'm not claiming to be the blueprint or to have all the answers, but I would want to have, I would want to play a role in empowering not only myself, but also them in proxy, because I'm very passionate about that and passionate about the community. I'm very proud to be a part of the community, and yeah, that is it. I hope you've enjoyed the Q&A session. I would want to do maybe a part 2 sometime down the road. So feel free to ask any questions in the comment section that you still might have, or somewhere you feel like I've not answered fully or given enough information. I'm very easy to approach, very willing to answer your questions. So have no qualms about it. Just ask me, and I'm going to answer. And again, before I end the video, just want to say a big thank you to you who is watching right now. Thank you for supporting my hustle. Thank you for supporting the channel. Know that wherever I am, I'm very appreciative to you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Engage with the video, like it, share it with someone who you think might be interested in watching. And yeah, see you on the next one.